Well, not live. We're not on like YouTube live.
But recording.
Like, we're recording now because now we're live. We did our sound checks. Everything's live. Jeez. We're here. We're in person. We're having camera issues again.
Yeah,
loving it. Loving it. So that's going to be more editing for Jake, and I am so excited.
It's going to be kind of rough.
Can't wait. As you can tell, again, this week, only two of us here.
Yes.
Walker just wanted to dress up, and that's why he showed up last week. And he's just like, I'm over it now. I dressed up. I'm not coming again.
It's okay, dude.
No, I'm just kidding.
I get it.
Walker had prior engagements, and I understand. It's fine. Poor guy.
Yeah, no, not poor guy, but like...
Nah, poor guy.
Get it sorted out.
Yeah, fuck that. I'm glad I don't have that issue. Anyways, welcome back to the show.
That's an issue.
I think it's an issue. Why not?
One day, man.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Anyways, welcome back to the show.
Hi.
What we learned this week. Episode, I think this is 30.
It is 30.
I think we're on episode 30.
It is, in fact, 30.
Wow, that's crazy.
I just make a noise.
I don't know. Did you make a noise? Stop making a noise.
I'll stop breathing.
Stop breathing, Drake. We don't breathe on this podcast. No, yeah,
it's episode 30.
So it looks like we got some really good feedback from the Halloween episode. Everybody really enjoyed all of our costume-esqueness and our conversations. So that was kind of cool. It was fun that I'm glad that we did that.
You guys had the best costumes, man. I just like threw a mask on my face.
Yours was good. I liked yours. Mine was fucking warm. I wore mine to work too. Yeah. Oh, Jesus.
I think I saw that snap.
It's like fucking 8 hours of that shit.
Dude.
That was rough.
I couldn't imagine.
I was sweating my ass. I don't know how women do it with long hair. It's rough. I mean, granted, mine was fake, but still.
Oh yeah, it's like the horsehair shit.
Yeah, it just itches. It's just weird. But yeah, we're here.
Yeah,
we're back. Drake's got a new tattoo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty
living
dope.
his best life.
I'm trying, man. I'm just a broke
Dude,
bitch.
Stop touching the chair with that thing. You're making me nervous that you're gonna get it infected.
Swishing.
Jesus. It's too nice of a tattoo to fuck up, Drake.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not. This ain't going downhill.
This ain't going downhill. It ain't happening.
I will not let that happen.
Oh,
I will not do that to Bowser. Which shout out
I doubt
you'll hear
Bowser.
it, man. But good on you for our last session. His name's Kurt, and he works at A Plus Inc. out in Chicago.
Check him out.
His artist name is Bowser.
He does really fucking good work.
Reach out. He's quality people.
Yeah, does some dope work.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Also, totally unrelated note. Fuck the snow. Over it already.
Yeah,
Can't believe it was snowing on fucking Halloween.
Fucking
basically.
Ridiculous. Absolutely
bullshit.
Fucking ridiculous.
I'm over it. I'm going somewhere warm. Fuck this. If you want me on the podcast, I'll be doing remote chat from now on. I'm not doing this shit. I'm over it.
Stuff.
I can't do this shit anymore. It's too fucking cold. I walk outside, my face hurts. It hurts to breathe. I don't like that. I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
And for those of you that are fans of it, you're wrong.
You're wrong. In life and in that opinion.
You're just wrong. Like, it's fine. Here's the thing. I can understand snow from, like, I'll take it, I guess, like, now, basically, until December 31st.
Right.
After that, I don't want to see another lick of snow.
Off.
Knock it the fuck off. Start thawing out. I'm done with this shit. Yeah. Like, Christmas, cool. I'm cool with it, like, snowing and all that shit. I love Christmas. That's, like, one of my favorite holidays.
Right.
Because I know I'm going to see, like, all of my family. And I love it. So that's cool with me, snow it up. I can go snowboarding, snowmobiling. I'm cool with all that. But before or after that, fuck you. Dude. Don't snow. I don't want to see it.
See, and for me, like, I like the anesthetic of snow. I mean, it looks so clean and crisp and everything's like matted.
But then you have to drive.
But then you have to drive. And I drive a fucking piece of shit car.
Yeah, same.
That weighs 110 pounds soaking wet. And it's not the snow that fucks me up because you can still get traction with snow.
The slush.
It's the slush.
Yeah.
When everything starts to thaw out and then like refreeze and thaw out again, it's slush, dude. That's what fucks me up.
You go one step out of the little tire marks and you're fucking getting
done,
taken.
Dude. Yeah, it just pulls you. I mean, a gust of wind will fucking almost flip me.
Well, thank God I'm finally getting new fucking tires on my car. I've needed those for, I don't know, probably a year and a half.
I feel
it. Finally getting those put on, so that's nice just in time for this winter bullshit.
Hell yeah.
But,
hell yeah. Yeah, I think I've got like a 1/4 inch of tread left.
Yeah, I got none. None.
Dude.
It's bad. It's bad.
It's bad. Okay.
But anyways, we didn't have skills last week because last week was Halloween, and it felt nice. I would not have been able to do a skill. I had so much other shit that I was working on that there's no fucking way I would have been able to do one. Yeah. It was just a busy week trying to figure out costumes for work, trying to go to work, just having any ambition.
Trying to get out of my fucking bed in the morning.
Any ambition this past week was just rough, you know.
Yeah, most definitely.
So we got nothing to talk about for there, but we can talk about this week's skills, even though Walker's not here.
Yeah, we can.
Anytime he's not on the podcast, we should just ask him, like, all right, what's your skill this week, so we can shout it out on the podcast. You know what I mean?
Over.
I need to think about that. Make sure that this motherfucker's actually doing stuff.
Yeah, no, it's just hanging out at home.
Right? So go ahead, man.
I got a fucking split in my beard, and it's I gotta watch tutorials, or I gotta get some sort of product. To
Dude, just grow this shit out. It's No Shave November.
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And I was growing this beforehand, but it's like it's a weird stage where like
dude, it's gonna be there.
I know it's gonna be scratched.
Just get a brush. I have a brush. Just a boar brush.
Well, I don't have a
boar brush,
but I've
and
got
just comb it through. It goes really
fine. Super fine combs.
Get a boar. No, combs don't work because it spaces it. You got to get a boar brush because it pulls the real curled stuff. Mm-hmm. It pulls that. Jesus, I popped the mic. Sorry. It pulls that, and it like it fills it out more basically when you do that.
Because like I wanna get like that
straight
down. Yeah, because I wanna.
Oh, you want to go like the straight down beard?
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna have to get a hair dryer for that
product,
and you got to do it when it's wet, and you have to basically use that boar brush and brush it down
as you're drying it.
Do like a dryer. Yeah,
that makes sense.
I know a lot about beards because I sold beard oil for a little while.
Yeah.
Shout out to Woodsman's Delight, which was the first beard oil I ever sold.
Fuck yeah.
Lumberjake and Company. If you guys want beard oil, maybe I'll put that on the. Put that on the merch site.
Yeah.
Oh no, because we don't fulfill that. Like a third party fulfills our merch.
Oh, gotcha.
So I would have to do like. But if anyone's interested in beard oil to lengthen that little beard, make it healthier, make the skin underneath healthier. Shameless plug to my first company ever. Lumberjake and Company.
Dude,
real good stuff.
Quality
awesome
shit.
Products. I use only like real good oil. Carrier oils and essential oils. I've had a lot of people that say they love it, and they've been back several times for more. So, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Shameless plug on that one.
Dude, right on, man.
So, all right. Anyways, on to the skills. What do you got for this week, Drake? What are you dropping on us?
So, I'm thinking, because it was a goal that I wanted to reach last month, but I think I'm really going to put my dick to the dirt and crank out these fucking ranks. So,
what?
I'm going to be, my skill for the week actually is going to be getting gold tier on all of my competitive games. And I know that doesn't seem like much, but it's a lot.
That's a lot of work.
If you understand the ranking systems for a lot
and
of
the
stuff.
amount of competitive games that he plays.
Yeah. And I'm I was thinking about it, and I think what I'll end up doing, since we haven't, for like the physical skills and stuff like that, we haven't really done like a video representation for some of them.
Yeah, I know. We're still trying to figure out the video aspect of things. That's why. Like mobile video.
Yeah, mobile. Yeah, that's the big one. But I think what I'm gonna do is I'll just make like a collage of like screenshots or pictures that I take of all like the ranking systems.
Shout out to what we played this week. Putting it on there.
Yeah.
There you go.
Sure.
Just grinding matches through with getting to gold.
Overwatch.
Yeah.
Pub, probably Apex, like all that shit.
Ooh, Apex. I'll join in on Apex. Yeah. Actually, Pub I'll join in too because I haven't played that in a while. But
yeah, I haven't ran duos in fucking forever.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
But yeah, I was just thinking about it. It's like, like I miss being competitive, and I miss being a part of like the ranking systems.
Right.
Like I miss participating in that, like getting that. Like the sense of satisfaction when you go up a rank, or that you place really well for like the couple matches or whatever, or like even the drive that you get from getting knocked down to like silver.
Oh yeah. And you're like, God damn it, I got to get back up. I'm not doing this shit.
Oh yeah.
Get me back up.
It's like a pride thing.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
It was a lot of fun. So I was thinking about that. I was like, it's a dual edge, or not dual edge, but like getting two birds stoned at once.
Getting two birds stoned.
Like
doing it. That's how it goes.
Shout out to anybody that gets that reference.
What did I say? What did I say earlier? I was like, I don't even know what we were talking about, but I texted somebody, and we texted back and forth about like superpower or whatever. Mm-hmm. And I was like, well, with great power comes great spaghetti, or whatever the fuck Spider-Man said. I was like, I'm so glad I did that.
Awesome.
Yeah. So that's my life. That's my jokes. So yeah, get used to it, shitheads. Love you. No, that's a cool skill though, and it's cool because you can, it's a plug for what we played this week. You can post the content. It's easy to post. Speaking of which, we do have a game that we still have to edit, but it was a Halloween special that we did for. Can I say the game? Yeah, Blair Witch. We played that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a scary fucking game. You got headphones on.
Yeah.
Like, I think if we didn't have the headphones on and it was light out, we would have been okay.
Yeah.
But like with the headphones on and just dark in that room,
woo, like blacked out our living room.
That game got me a little bit. That was a little scary.
Yeah, I mean, and I think
I screamed like a little bitch at least once,
dude. Like it's the craziest part about that is like you get so immersed in it because it's so. Like, not relatable, but like you've been in the woods when it's dark. Like, you know that sensation that you get if you're like, especially if you're by yourself, and like you don't fucking see anything. Like, anything could be anywhere around you, 360.
Anything could be Blair Witch in your ass. Yeah.
And I don't know. There's something super immersive about that, especially with like. You know, and then you have a dog that's running around with you. It's supposed to be like the relaxation bit.
Yeah, and it's not at all.
It's not.
He's not relaxing at all.
Fucking barks at things.
He's wonderful, but like, Jesus Christ. I mean, if you didn't have him, he'd be fucking dead. But like, Jesus.
Yeah.
Dog does not. It just enhances the fear more. And now you gotta fucking hope this dog survives the whole time too.
Yeah, and he's reacting to shit too. So he's like growling at bushes and stuff. And you're like, I don't want to go by that bush.
I'm not fucking going over there. You're crazy. But no. So be on the lookout for that. That'll be on what we played this week's channel as well. Once we get that all edited, we had some stuff we have to work on for that, but and I'm sure there might be more episodes of that coming out too. You gonna do a full playthrough of that?
I'd like to. We just have to schedule out.
Yeah,
when we can get everybody back together and everything.
Yeah. And if we can't get everybody, at least there's.
Yeah, we'll just do stage by stage.
Yeah, whatever. No, it's a cool skill though. Yeah, I'm a big fan of it.
Looking forward to it.
It's an easy, well, not an easy one, but it's
It's one that's already on my
you're already like doing
schedule.
That, you know, because you're already playing games and everything. So you're just basically switching up switching to certain games that you can play. That's not bad. Nice. For me this week, it's kind of easy, I guess. But if you know me, it's not easy because I don't usually cook. I do cook and I can cook. I just choose not to because it takes too much time. But I recently received some fresh lamb from a friend of mine, a coworker of mine, and I've been meaning. I got lamb chops and then stew meat, and I was like, well, I've never done a stew before. It's like, what the fuck am I gonna do? I don't know what to do with that. I was like, I'm gonna use it. I just don't know what for. But I figured it out. What for? What is it good for? Absolutely not.
It's stew.
It's good for stew. So I'm gonna do a stew, obviously, but it's gonna be a Guinness Stout stew.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw it in the crock pot, and I'm gonna just let it simmer for like 8 hours. Yep, I'm going 8 hours on that thing.
That's what's up, man.
So it'll have like Guinness, obviously the stew meat, bone broth, some garlic, like a clove of garlic. Maybe some onions. I don't know. I mean, tomatoes,
it always goes good with
some tarragon tomatoes or something. Yeah. Maybe throw some spice in there. I don't know. Maybe we'll figure that part out.
Yeah.
Because we both like spicy food, so we'll figure that. But that's my skill for this week. I'm gonna do that this week. I'm gonna make that because it sounds fucking amazing, and I can have pride in knowing that. Like, look at what the fuck I made! Boom! And then with the chops,
Instagram pictures and shit.
With the lamb chops, I've never made lamb chops, so I don't know like what kind of seasoning you can do on those. But I really, 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 really want to try a black coffee rub.
Ooh.
And I don't know if that would taste good with lamb. I know, like, obviously, like, I have antelope that I'm getting here soon too from another coworker of mine. Super excited about the antelope because I've never had antelope before. But I know that I can definitely do the black coffee rub on that. But I'm wondering if I can maybe do something like that for lamb. I just don't eat lamb enough to know like what a good seasoning on that is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, good seasoning pairs well with the meat.
Yeah. So I'll figure that out too. That'll be next week's skill. No.
Oh yeah, dude, whatever.
No, it'll be this week's probably. But yeah, I'm excited. And unlike Drake, I'll actually make the food so that he can eat it.
Yeah.
Because, I'm still waiting on that. What was that, a blueberry crumble or whatever?
Blueberry crumble, yeah.
I'm still fucking waiting on that. Or those cake pops that are just sitting on the counter that I'm waiting for them to be made.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. It's fine. I'm cool. Don't worry about it. I'm not like staring at them every time I go out to the fucking kitchen.
It wasn't just me that planned on making those. Man.
All right, well.
I can't be the sole.
Listen, that person brings it up every time they come over too. So it is your fault.
I just won't think about it. I'll just do it.
Your fault. Yeah, you will. You'll just do it. And then they'll all be eaten. I'll come home and I'll be like, where's the cake? And you're gonna be like, oh, we ate them all. I'll be like,
no, I'll just buy all the ingredients to make the cake pops, and I'll make like 2 batches worth.
I'll make 2 dozen cake pops. You're gonna love it. So yeah, those are our skills for the week. Pretty easy ones.
Yeah, pretty
I mean, Walker's not here, so I'm not going extravagant.
We could just pester the shit out of him.
Yeah, if he doesn't get to do a fucking skill, if he gets to cop out, then fuck him. I'm doing an easy one. I'm gonna eat and make food. Plus, it's the perfect like time of the year for stew. You know what I mean? Man, this is gonna be fucking good. I'm excited.
That mock fall, total winter.
Total complete winter. We don't even get fall, which sucks because like
we got 2 weeks.
I love fall. Not to go
fall,
back on the weather and bitch about it, but like I love fall. Fall's great. Like, but we don't get it.
No.
We either get like we had literally 1 week of good weather where it was like in the 60s, 70s. It was really nice.
Yeah. You could throw a sweater on, be comfortable.
It was like perfect.
And then
immediate
wind,
like just snow and bullshit.
Yeah, the rain, the fucking it was
either 80 degrees, which I love, or snow and bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was pissed. God damn it. Let me enjoy my fall.
Yeah, I was telling some guys at work, dude, like I got a bad feeling about this winter. There's like something in my loins.
It's going to get bad. They're saying that this is supposed to be like the coldest winter on record.
Yeah. And that terrifies me because we had that fucking like negative 50 fucking degree.
Last year.
Yeah.
I don't want that.
Yeah, no.
What am I
I'm
going to do with that?
not in fucking Alaska.
Yeah.
I'm not. No.
I don't even want to drive to work for that. And
I don't want to go to work. I don't have any sick days.
And literally, my work, if you guys knew, it's a block, not even a block away from where we live.
Right.
And I don't even want to fucking do that.
Yeah.
Because it's negative 50.
Yeah.
That you'll die within 5 minutes of being out there.
It's pretty.
It's wild. I'm over it.
Yeah.
I got a fucking palm tree tattooed on my arm, and I live in a shithole place that is constantly fucking cold. Yeah. It's bullshit.
Yeah, it is kind of rough.
Anyways, that's my rant for the day. Fucking stupid.
So here's my rant.
Okay.
Experimental albums for bands.
Yeah.
Yes or no?
Yeah. Why wouldn't you?
Well, okay.
Like, are you throwing it out? Do you mean they're throwing it out as like a full-fledged album, like where they're trying to sell this full-fledged album?
Like 16 songs.
No.
Not like an EP, not like a 2 or 3.
If you're going to do experimental where you don't know if it's going to hit or not, you got to do an EP.
Yeah.
You can't do an album.
Okay. So this weekend, on Friday, we're going to go see Highly Suspect.
Who?
Me and my lady.
You bitch. I hate you.
And it's farther north. But, yeah, so we planned all this out. We got the tickets and shit, which I've been super stoked about it. Because, I mean, for anybody that hasn't heard me say it, like Highly Suspect is one of my top 5 bands, hands down.
Fucking amazing, really
amazing singer, amazing fucking instrumental. It's just altogether a fucking amazing band that I resonate really heavily with.
Don't tell me that they came out with an experimental
Their
album.
new album.
Oh no, are they gonna play that full new album?
I really hope not. Because don't get me wrong, like there are some songs on there that keep that fucking just the flow, like that, just the way that they can just jam the fuck out and speak to my soul. I can't speak for anybody else, but they just fucking speak to me so heavily. And
I didn't even know they came out with a new album.
And he's got a siren's voice, dude.
Yeah, he's fucking good.
But yeah, it's like an abbreviation when it's like MCID or MICD or something like that. Very, very off the beaten path.
Like, what is it?
Outside of 2 different songs.
Is it like techno? Is it like...
It's like a combination of techno. Like the oh my god, the best way I could possibly fucking describe it in the most cringy fucking angsty way.
Here we go.
Ronnie Radke. When that transition into like the rap shit, like that's kind of what it is. Like he did a couple really good collab ones, but
I really hope he doesn't like stick with that.
I know, and I think it's because that band has always touched on like one of their original albums, Big Bear.
Okay.
Was funky, like it was like funky, but it was psychedelic as well, and there was hardly any lyrics. It was a lot of instrumental.
Oh, okay.
But then they kind of found that niche in like The Boy Who Died Wolf and fucking Mr. Asylum.
Right.
Like that was phenomenal fucking niche, dude, because it was perfect. It was exactly like it felt like a natural sound for them and like the way that they jammed.
Like My Name Is Human. It's a great song.
Oh my god.
I mean, but it makes sense because if you listen to My Name Is Human, like that's pretty... I don't want to say trancey, but it's like it's got a very funky like beat behind it.
And that's always been their their backdrop, like their core.
You kind of had to see it coming then that he was going to do something, or that they were going to do something like this, right?
But a 16 song.
Yeah, he should have done an EP.
It doesn't.
16 songs is a lot, dude. And because you don't know if that's going to work, if it's experimental. Although
3 of the songs were really cool though, because like the names of the songs were references.
Yeah.
That like if you didn't know exactly where they were from, like you wouldn't understand.
Oh,
what
you
the
wouldn't
name
get
was.
it. Yeah.
And it wasn't like specific to their band or anything. But like, excuse me, one of the names of the songs is Tetsuo's Bike.
Okay.
And that's a direct reference to a really old animated movie or like an anime called Akira.
Oh, okay. I think I've heard of that.
Yeah, where like they're on the motorcycles and shit,
okay.
and like really cool like leather jackets and stuff.
Yep.
But yeah, so that was really interesting because like I remembered immediately that movie, you know, growing up watching that.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, and then but that song and then another song that was also had a very very distinctive name. No lyrics. It was just almost like chiptune. Like it was like it almost reminded me of like the 16-bit songs that people make.
Interesting.
It was super interesting. But not what I would expect.
Not from him
like
or them.
Yeah, and it just, I don't know.
If it was a different band, someone that you didn't know that did that song, would you like the song?
Probably.
Oh, okay. But it was. It's not
it was good. Like, don't get me wrong. Like everything in that album.
So they're
was really
good songs. They're just not that style that you're looking for
like
in that person or in that band.
Yeah, and like I don't. You know, it's not a bad thing. Like, I just personally, I was kind of thrown off. I was like, well, fuck, is this the direction they're going now?
Right.
Because that's
not... teach their own... Well, and maybe not,
and
because,
it's part
like...
of the process, too. Like, they got to figure out...
Everybody's got that album. You know what I mean? Like, so my favorite band, Dirty Heads, their most recent album, Supermoon, is very experimental for them. Like, it's way off the beaten path of where they found their niche at.
Yeah.
And it kind of... So, it's weird because there's, like, certain songs back in their previous albums that would, like... kind of coalesce with this this new album. Yeah, it was like you could tell that they were kind of going into like a funkier kind of groovy beat behind it.
Yeah.
But this goes like all out with it. It's a full album, but the difference is they fucking nailed it, like spot on for who. Like it's different, but it's a different that you would expect from them.
The combination
like you kind of knew like,
yeah.
They preluded to this before, like, and now I hear a full album of it. It's fucking dope. I like it. It's a good one. It took me a second to like get used to it, definitely, because it was like, every album they've ever come out with, I've loved every single song on the full album. And this one came out, and I was like, do I like it? And then as I started to listen to the whole album more, I was like, oh, yeah, this is fucking dope. I love this.
Yeah, you
like,
kind of give yourself Stockholm Syndrome.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's just I had to learn that, like, hey, this is a different direction that they took. But, like, if you take it for what it is, it's still fucking really good songs that they're making.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I definitely have an appreciation like that for those experimental ones. And that's why I started this conversation the way that I did. Because it's like, I understand when a band needs to kind of branch out, or like the artists themselves want to test and feel how compatible they are with those certain genres, or like mixing it up and doing certain things. It's just I have my own personal taste, I guess,
with that band.
That band, and like the moments that I've had, or like the memories that I've made with that playing in the background,
right?
Or like. Just the
feeling that you get from the songs that you listen to.
Exactly.
I mean, everybody does that. Everybody has songs that they listen to, and it just brings on like that's what songs are meant to do. You know.
Yeah. But yeah, dude. So like having that as a prerequisite to listening to this new album, because I listen to it front to back, which is what I usually do with new albums. I started off really enthusiastic, but towards the end, I was like, dude, like. I just kept thinking to myself, I was like, fuck, I really hope this isn't what they're doing now.
No, I mean,
like they progress through
I'm sure they'll play the songs.
Because I'll still buy the albums, and I'll still fucking listen to them because I love them. I'm a huge fanboy of that band. But it's like, fuck, dude.
I can't imagine that if you go to the concert, though, that they're not going to play some of their infamous songs. But they probably, I would say they're probably going to pick like their top 3 songs from the new album. They're going to play those, and then the rest will be like their hits.
Because
that's what everybody does. You know what I mean?
That's the shit that, like, that's what I was expecting. I didn't even know that they had a new album. That's how that's how last second all of this process was. It was like, holy fuck. Like, I was thinking about, I was like, oh, I should brush up on my lyrics so I don't look like an asshole from singing in a crowd. Right. And So I was like listening to it as I was working, and then I was like, holy shit, they have a whole new album that they released on YouTube. So I looked it up, and it's a full release. And
that's crazy.
Yeah, I listened to it. I'm just like, fuck. And don't get me wrong, like I said, I love that band, and this happened a couple of times with big bands.
Yeah,
that
they've all done it. It's like they're kind of trying to change with the genre change. You know what I mean? Yeah. Which doesn't necessarily. Some get weeded out, some work. Yeah. I don't know.
And if that's a direction that they decide to take, like I'll accept it, like I did with Falling in Reverse.
Right.
When they started making that weird fucking transition.
I think they'll get. I think they'll go back to their OG stuff though. Right. I don't see why not.
Well, I mean,
or at least some of the songs will be back to the OG.
Right,
they'll probably meld together now.
See, I'm cool with that.
Yeah,
dude. I'm absolutely.
And who knows? Maybe the next album or the next couple songs that they come out with is a meld between those two styles because now they found like, okay, this works, this doesn't. Yeah. Now you've got even better songs out. That's why I don't mind doing when people do the experimental. Like another huge one, Yellow Wolf.
Oh yeah.
So when Yellow Wolf came out, like everything he did was experimental for him. Like he was the first to kind of meld all this weird. Like he melded like a
country
like
and
rap,
trap
country, trap, like but with bluegrass in it. And now like his new songs, he's got a new album coming out, and his new album, like some of the songs that have come off of it are fucking phenomenal because he's learned how to like meld all these styles together. So like the one song, the hell's the name of it? Ghetto Cowboy, I think is the name of it. But it's like a meld of like rap, but then the background music is like in the video it's actually a guy like playing like a beat off of like a wooden box.
Oh fuck yeah.
And so it plays that, so it's like a bluegrass kind of beat. Yeah. But it's tempoed.
With like the spoonboard and shit.
Yeah, but it's tempoed to the point where it's a bluegrass that almost sounds like rap because of the tempo that they did that beat in. Right. And he fucking killed it, dude. Like his new album is gonna be pretty good, I think. And it's crazy because the guy doesn't get the recognition really anymore. I mean, he almost got signed to Eminem, or he did get signed to Eminem's label. Ran into issues with alcoholism, which most of those fucking young kids do. Yeah. And he just kind of went on his own after that. And he's still just making just killer fucking hits, but nobody respects it because everybody wants to listen to the mumble rap. And he didn't go the mumble rap route. He went I'm still like a fucking country boy kind of thing. And it's weird, but it's really cool. So, so I see, I mean, so maybe that's what happens. Maybe they
I just wanted to bitch and moan about my concerns.
Yeah, I get it.
My open place journal.
I think you're still gonna have a fucking riot at that concert.
Dude, it's gonna be fucking awesome. Yeah. Are you kidding me?
When are you going?
Friday.
Oh, it's this Friday.
Like this Friday.
Oh shit,
yeah.
nice.
This weekend's gonna be pretty packed, man. We're doing that, and then I'm going back to the city.
Oh, you're going back?
Yeah, Saturday.
Oh,
I got
shit.
like a get together thing we're doing.
Nice. That'll be dope.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be a super good time.
Great. Now I gotta figure out how to keep myself fucking occupied this weekend too. Drake leaves the house and he just goes quiet in that fucking house. I come home from work and it's fucking quiet. There's nothing to do.
Maybe I'll hit up fucking Bowser again and see if I can get another piece.
Another one? You fuck. You fuck. I hate you. No, that'll be fun though. Yeah. I'm hoping to go up to Milwaukee for Dirty Heads is coming back into town. So me and my sister might go see that.
Very cool.
So that'll be pretty dope.
Actually, I saw there was a sign. I think it was coming around that back bend, like the back way that I'd take home.
Okay. Yeah.
There was a sign past where like the roundabouts are.
Yeah.
That was talking about like a beer thing.
Yeah, they have
like Wonder Days or something like that.
Wait a second, you're telling me their beer is in town now?
I don't know.
Because I've looked so fucking hard for this beer, dude. It sells out all the time.
I don't know.
It was a billboard?
No, it wasn't a billboard. It was like a sign, like come to this, and then like I didn't see the dates or anything, but I saw beer and crafts. I think that's what it said. Beer and crafts. Could be arts and crafts. It was in a blur. Like,
it wasn't a Dirty Heads beer.
No.
I thought you saw like an advertisement for the Dirty Heads beer, and I've been looking.
They've been making beer,
dude. They have a pineapple IPA that I've wanted to try for so fucking long now, and the only place I can find it is online. But every time I go to order it, it's fucking sold out.
Damn,
it pisses me off. God damn it, I'm popping again. Sorry, but it just pisses me off. I'm like, God damn it, I want to try this fucking beer.
Hell yeah,
it's like a hazy IPA or a juicy IPA or something like that.
Because I like hazy IPAs.
And usually pineapple is like, who cares? But this one looks pretty fucking good. Yeah. I'm excited for it.
Actually, I just tried over the weekend. I tried a double. Was it a double? I think it was a double IPA, but it was made by
Chicago?
No. It was in Chicago. Illumination? No. I think it was Illumination. Something like that. I think that was the name of the brewery. But it was called Mumblegouse. And it almost looked like, and it's like a.
Is it GOSE?
Yes.
It's
or G. No, not Gauss. It's G. It's like GAESUE.
Oh, okay.
Like a Gauss.
Okay. I thought that was the style because that's a Goza.
Oh no! It was definitely an IPA. But it was so fucking fruity at the end.
Ooh,
like it
nice.
like take a mouthful and then
take a mouthful.
That's
what she said.
You take a swig, and it's just all IPA. That's all you can fucking taste. The IPA.
Just a like really bitter West Coast style IPA.
Really fucking hoppy. And then the second you swallow and you get through that initial like burst of taste, it's just fruit. And is the craziest thing I've ever. Yeah, because my brother came across a couple cans when he was out partying, and yeah, dude, it was fucking seriously.
You know what
cool.
we should do? I don't know why I'm just thinking about this.
Tasting day.
We should do like a segment on the podcast where we literally all of us bring in a different beer and we just all try that beer.
Well, that'd be kind of cool.
That'd be fucking dope. Like I'm sure other people have fucking done it, but like we talk about beer, like maybe not on the podcast, but we're always fucking trying new crazy beers.
Shit,
like I'm always bringing new shit home, and two of us work at a fucking brewery, so that doesn't help. But like. We should do something like that, or even just one episode. We bring it on and
like
see
a specialty.
Like
we do.
You guys let us know. Let us know. Would you like it? I don't care if you would or not, because we drink beer when we're here anyways. So, but yeah, if we like each just brought one beer, in, and then just kind of like poured it into cups, so we're not getting super sloshed every episode. But then just pour it in and taste them out, try them out, and
like even at the least we just do like a themed episode where we each get like 3 different beers.
Yeah,
and then we all bring them in and we compare them and like okay, well this is a double IPA or
that's what I'm saying. Like each of us brings in a different beer, a different one.
Oh yeah,
and we just do like a beer share. I don't. There's places around here too. They're like super low key. Mm-hmm. Like you have to get invited to these things because they're technically at bars,
right?
But
it's like a private party.
It's like and you can't, but it's not at the bar necessarily. Like it's, the bar knows about it, but it's
Boiler
like
room.
in the parking lot style type shit. Like they do it in the summers. They'll do it
right.
They'll do it in like the parking lot for like almost like a tailgate thing, and but like it's super low key because it's not 100% legal to do that. But like these guys will literally just bring like certain craft beers. They'll all bring like certain beers. Jesus. And they'll meet up.
Out so much.
They'll meet up and do like a beer share kind of thing.
Oh, it's awesome.
Yeah, it's like that's kind of fucking dope.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we should try and do something like that.
Fuck yeah, I'm all about it.
Cool.
I'm all about it, man.
But plus, it just adds more content.
Yeah.
We've already got the Sorry Jake's Mom segment.
We feed my alcoholism.
Yeah,
openly, and it's acceptable.
Yeah, it's totally acceptable because it's a skit.
It's 11:30 in the morning.
I was just drinking,
fuck it.
I'm fucking hammered. I don't think I've ever been worse than when we watched Birdemic.
Yeah,
I was fucking sloshed when we watched that. I was so gone. I was like, "Ooh, your boy done been drinking too much."
Yeah, it was.
Because I think we even was it during or after we went to Scotch?
Yeah, after. It was like a
after.
Celebratory
yeah,
thing,
we went to Scotch. We did the whiskey.
That.
We did like 4 beers. We fucking drank, and it was a Monday. We were drinking on a Monday, folks.
After we had recorded an episode already where we were drinking beer.
Yeah, we recorded what we learned this week. Drank like a beer or 2 during that. Drank a beer when we were setting up for the next one, and then drank like 2 beers during the fucking movie, and then Scotch and whiskey because we were trying the Johnny Walker Blue Label and then that Proper 12 Conor McGregor's.
That was cool though. That was a fun time.
We got fucking hammered.
It was hilarious.
We needed to for that fucking movie, man.
Yeah,
if you haven't seen it yet, go watch fucking Birdemic. It's
or don't.
Unfortunately,
I'm not gonna blame you if you don't.
Unfortunately, our video got flagged for it, so we can't post it anymore. Something with the studio, they said they greenlighted us for that one. They greenlighted us for the first one, and they said they greenlighted us for that one, but for some reason YouTube didn't like it very much, so they just said no, fuck you, like we're copywriting it. So unfortunately, it'll never see the light of day. because it was a funny fucking episode too. But yeah, if you get the chance, it's on Amazon. If you have Amazon Prime, you can get it for free. Thank God, because if you ever pay for that movie, just off yourself now.
You've made a mistake.
It's so
in
bad.
Life. Just in life.
It's so bad. Like,
it's fucked.
It's bad. It's clip art. I mean, it's literally
essentially
clip art.
It's literally like if you go to a Word document and were to use like the pop art for like the
that's
text,
literally it.
That's
their whole budget. It was a budget of $10,000, and that whole budget had to have been used on the scenery, and that's it.
God.
Like
the location to get the okay to be in a diner.
That's all it could be, because there's no way they spent it on graphics. There's no way they spent it on actors. Like, it is shit.
Well, I don't know. There was the one dude.
Stop. They all were so bad.
Well, they were garbage, but like the dude that they find or whatever, like the couple, that guy. He was like the best actor for all of them. Like even the fucking shooting, like he was.
It was so bad though, and they're shooting.
The whole fucking thing was garbage.
Like the sound effects for the shooting is so loud, and the bird screeching, like it's so loud compared. Yeah. I don't know who their audio editor was on this thing, but he literally just jammed up the fucking. He's like, we need to make the birds and the gun sounds louder.
As fuck.
It's fuck. Yeah, and it was loud. Let me tell you. Yeah. Because they'd be like, well, no, where the birds are coming. Jesus Christ. Our eardrums are getting blown out in this fucking thing.
Actually, I think they used the sound effect that they used for the gun was actually one that I think was used in one of the toy guns.
Yeah, it's got to be a free sound.
When I was younger.
It's got to be.
Absolutely.
They couldn't afford to buy sounds.
No.
I don't even think they could afford to buy the cars that they were driving.
No,
they were probably
absolutely not.
like,
No, the fucking Charger? No.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Oh, God.
The Mustang?
And then, like, the weirdest part, and I would say spoiler alert, but it's... Jesus, I popped the gun. But it's Birdemic, so I don't give a shit about spoilers because nobody cares. This movie goes from, like, okay, these fucking birds, clip art, birds are attacking people, and, like, nobody knows why. Like, they're diseased or something like that. And then it takes a total 180 in this movie, like 30 minutes left.
Yeah. And
this fucking random-ass doctor comes in to play.
Like
not doctor, he's a scientist, comes into play.
He was in the bushes.
Yeah, he was in the bushes surviving somehow. And it turns the movie into a global warming, like, doctrinate, or, propaganda film.
Yeah.
I was like, what is happening right now? Why? This was such a leap in plot. Like, there was so...
It was like, what, a 15-minute long monologue about Earth?
Yeah, this guy
and then it was
literally...
like paneling to fucking, like, icebergs melting and shit.
Yeah, this guy literally spent 15 minutes just monologue. And he came out of nowhere. And then he disappeared. He was never in the movie again.
Yeah, he was literally
just gone. Yeah, he's like,
I'm a
all right,
scientist,
now I'm on my way. Yeah. Goodbye. Would you like a gun? No.
Yeah.
And then he just exit stage left.
Yeah.
And he's fucking gone for the whole movie.
Yeah.
And you're like, what did I just witness?
Shit.
The whole movie was shit. It's so bad.
Shit stick.
If you think you've seen a bad movie, you're wrong.
Yeah. No,
Go watch Birdemic. Yeah. And I'm not shitting on the people.
It'll give you perspective.
Because I can guarantee whoever the producers and directors were for that film, they knew that it was... They knowingly made that a shit movie. You can't make it that bad.
You would hope so.
You cannot make a movie that bad and not be doing it on purpose.
Yeah.
Like, there was blatant mistakes that could have been fixed easily for no money, and they just didn't. They were just like, nah, we're putting it out to the world.
Well, then again,
I've seen...
Sharknado's a thing.
Yeah, Sharknado had better graphics. Way better graphics.
Well, yeah, but, like, even in that regards of, like, you would hope at its core that they knew what kind of a fucking movie they were making. They were
well, Sharknado 1, they didn't.
Well, no.
Sharknado 10... through
they absolutely
2 through 10.
They once they totally realized that, like, everybody loves this
spent
piece
all
of
their
shit
money.
movie.
They spent all their money on the big actors, and then we're just like,
we're still gonna give you shit graphics and sharks in a fucking tornado.
And then didn't they make Zombie Tsunami?
Yeah,
Zombie Tsunami or some shit. Oh god, so good, so good.
Something,
but
absolutely something.
Eventually, we'll make skits ourselves.
Yeah.
Really shitty skits, and then people can make fun of us.
Whatever, dude. People already make fun of us.
Yeah, exactly. I don't even give a shit anymore. Make fun of me. That's
the
whole point.
We're
hated on.
Nobody
likes us. They hate us because they anus.
Yeah, did you just say anus?
Anus. They hate us because they anus. They hate us because they anus. Stop saying anus. The Interview. Such a good movie.
Quality. James Franco.
James Franco. Have you seen? Oh, never mind. I don't remember the name of the movie, so never mind.
Okay.
Oh, yes, I do. Unfinished Business with Vince Vaughn and not James Franco, but his brother.
Yeah,
younger brother.
The fuck was his name?
Timmy Franco.
Georgie Franco.
Georgie Franco. No, he's like, he plays like, what's the most politically correct way to say what he plays in this movie? A mentally handicapped person.
Yeah.
But like,
are we talking like Leonardo DiCaprio?
No, like you don't know that he is. Like, you know that he's fucking
like
stupid.
Asperger's.
Like he acts stupid as fuck at the beginning, right. And then you find out that like, oh no, he actually has like a mental handicap. Yeah, and he's like, because then he starts explaining, and it goes like, it kind of hits you in the feels when he explains it, because he's like, because they ask him, didn't you go to college? Because he starts just making up words and shit.
Right.
And the guy, his name in the movie is Mike Pancake, and it's fucking hilarious. But
I think I might have actually seen that character.
It's so good. But he like, and it's a comedy. Obviously, it's Vince Vaughn. It's a comedy.
But he's not gonna be in anything serious.
No. But like halfway through, he's like, didn't your degree say that you went to college? Did you go to college? No. I didn't graduate high school. And then he goes into like how he lives in a group home and with a bunch of guys. And it like goes really deep for a second. Is he
like still smiling and shit?
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah.
But it goes like super deep, and then it just goes back to, but it ends up funny because he ends up, railing like 20 people in Europe or some shit. Right. He's like having the time of his life over there in Europe. But
actually, there was a movie that I don't know if it's still in theaters or if it's gone to DVD yet. But it was Shia LaBeouf. And he's like a drifter, and he runs into this guy with Down syndrome.
Oh,
that's like going to this fucking like WWE thing, like a wrestler thing.
Okay,
and it literally becomes like, obviously with like the progression, he like is kind of like a burden scenario where like Shia LaBeouf is like, I can't fucking leave this guy alone, but I'm going my way, he's going his way, so I'll just bring him with me until we get close and then part ways.
Okay,
to like this. Not necessarily like a coming of age story where like they bond, to where it's like they're like best buddies now, and it's like them building a raft,
but
and
they
like
learn
floating
to like
down a river.
Tolerate each other.
Well, not like tolerate, but like Shia LaBeouf, his character gains an acceptance for that, and then like he wants nothing but to help him, and it's about like like the journey for this guy with Down syndrome to go to this wrestling. It's like an amateur's wrestling thing and be a part of it.
Oh, so he wants to be like in the wrestling.
Yeah,
that's kind of fucking dope.
So like the story follows them, and then like the kid with Down syndrome's sister shows up, and is like who the fuck are you? Like, what's going on? Like I don't know if they know each other, if the two people know each other or whatever. But like it goes to a point of like, I think she's like, who the fuck are you to like, you are the best thing that's happened to my brother. Like, you're so kind and like understanding.
Maybe I saw a small skit for a trailer for this or something, because it sort of sounds like,
because he's got like a rat tail.
That's real.
Well, I know it's real, but like that's like his character, and like there's a scene where they're like shooting shotguns.
Yeah,
and shit
yes. I have seen the trailer for that. Yeah,
I think it's really cool.
Is it in theaters yet?
It was.
Okay.
Yeah. I can't remember if it had left theaters yet. Yeah, I can't remember the name of it, but I wanted to see it really bad.
You know what movie I really want to see? Edward Norton's new one, Motherless Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Fuck, that movie looks crazy. Also, learned from Joe Rogan's podcast. So he had Edward Norton on. He was talking about Motherless Brooklyn and oh god damn it, what's his name? Shoot. He's a gangster in a bunch of movies. Goodfellas. He was in Goodfellas. He's the main character from Goodfellas. Oh, god damn it.
Ben Affleck.
Anyways, I can't remember his name, and it's going to piss me off. But so he plays this character, Moses, I guess, and he kind of is like this bad guy that kind of runs Brooklyn, but like behind the scenes.
So
runs like, Brooklyn, you know? Well, you find like Edward Norton starts telling this story, and he tried to make like a Chinatown or like a LA noir kind of film, and it looks really good, I'm going to be honest. But anyways, he was talking about this real person that was very loosely, that character was based on.
Yeah.
But there's this guy from Brooklyn, from New York, that like ran New York between the 80s, like the late 70s to early or mid 80s.
Really?
And nobody knew it. And it wasn't like a mobster or anything.
Yeah.
It was this guy, and his last name is Moses, and he was never officially elected into any part of office. He ran as a Republican once for governor and lost and never ran. But his title was like, he was the parks commissioner. He was like the commissioner or the director of operations for something else. And he did all this stuff, but he literally was the reason the infrastructure was created the way it was in Staten Island.
Really?
Like, he did all of that.
Like, twisted.
But put
all the pieces in place.
But it was crazy because the dude was super fucking racist.
Right.
So he did things on purpose to, like, segregate Staten Island and stuff. Really? So, like, there was one story of, like, there was an underpass bridge that he made just short enough so that city buses couldn't make it through, so that the inner city people couldn't go to this beach.
Holy fuck.
Yeah. Like, and he ran all of this. Like,
That's wild.
He created all the infrastructure for basically
fuck that
Staten
guy.
Island.
But
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy.
He literally was just trying to put public transportation out of service.
Yeah.
Unless it was for inner city black folk, basically.
Right, to get them back and forth from
It
their
was
towns.
fucking wild.
That's fucking crazy.
I don't remember his first name. It's something Moses,
have to look that up, yeah.
And he looks, if you see one of his pictures.
He looks like a racist prick.
He looks like a fucking asshole, dude. He looks terrible.
I don't know. They're definitely, I hate
think
to say
is it
it,
Robert
'cause
Moses?
judging people at first glance is a bad mentality to have, but like, you can just fucking tell if someone is like, oh yeah, he looks like he'd
That
fucking
guy
beat
looks
some
like-
people
yeah.
that took a step off the
His
sidewalk.
name's
into his
Robert
yard.
Moses, for those of you that want to look him up and kind of read more about him.
Yeah.
But yeah, this guy was, it was crazy because he wasn't an elected official, he didn't have regulations that he had to go by legally.
Yeah.
Like, there
Red
was no
tape to
power of
dance
purse
around.
or anything like that where he had like certain limitations on spending budget. He literally controlled the infrastructure of half of New York without ever holding any position
That's
of
fucking
power.
wild.
It was weird. And yeah, it's
That's what I'll have to look into that movie because that sounds pretty crazy.
and the movie plays, it's like not at
loosely,
all
yeah.
like, the movie's not even about that. It's just a character, and it's supposed to be the antagonist of the film, but he's very, very loosely based on it.
I'll have to look up a documentary about that guy then, because
There is one about him.
Oh, I figured.
There's one documentary that Edward Norton was talking about that guy, and like, people know about him,
right?
But like, he's not like as
a
notorious as
yeah.
some people think, which is just crazy to me. Like,
well, because
that's fucking wild. You just let that happen.
Oh yeah.
Like, you'd think if the mob did it, like, you expected that, like, in the, before the RICOs started getting thrown out, like, the RICO cases started getting used, like, you kind of expected, like, oh, yeah, okay, Chicago was ran by the mob, like, all that shit. But, like, this was one guy. This is running fucking everything. And he had
Didn't have to answer to
He
anybody.
had no
Just
criminal
like,
ties. Well,
fuck it.
I mean, I'm sure he had
sure,
criminal ties, but, like, he had
but-
no, like, organized crime behind him. You know what I mean? It's just weird. It's just a
like
weird
no families
case.
that were like trying
Yeah.
to.
And I don't even know. I didn't read enough into it because I just read about this today. I didn't know how he got into the power position of that. Like, I don't know any of that.
Like, even that isn't. I couldn't imagine that being a position that you'd fucking have to like bid for and get elected and like do all that shit.
Well, technically, if you're running the infrastructure, you have to be an elected official to have any say in that.
Is
like,
that
you're in a governor's position, or you are like a commit. Because I'm pretty sure in order to be the commissioner of Parks and Recreation, you have to be elected into that position.
Right. Oh yeah.
And he held that title, but was never elected for anything. But he held that. That's what people titled him as.
Damn.
It's fucking weird. I don't understand. Like, I gotta read more into it. I gotta watch the documentary. Like, if anybody else knows anything about this guy, Robert Moses, like, it just write it in the comments. Like, because this shit is wild to me. Like, I'm just now learning about this guy. Like, why did they not talk about that shit in school? If they talked about that shit in history class, granted, history class was one of my favorite classes to take.
Right.
But if they talked about shit like that in history class, I'd be like, whoa, hold on. Now I'm even more interested.
Yeah.
You know
Because
I mean,
you always, like, when you hear stories about like the villain or people that were like notoriously bad. Like, I remember hearing about Pol Pot for the first time.
Yeah.
And like, for some reason, like that just, I mean, on the grounds of it being so disconnected because it was somewhere else in the world, which you at that age you never really understood how fucking massive but small the world is.
Yeah.
And like how disconnected you are from different countries and continents. Like, it was crazy when I heard about Pol Pot for the first time and like what he did. I was like, oh my God, how was someone able to be in power for that long, and how could they get away with such atrocities and shit? And then I started doing research about it, and I mean, it's obviously not on the same caliber as that, but it's like, dude, this guy fucking did what he wanted.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know.
It's fucked up shit.
I wonder what it is. If it's, you know, like, is it the charisma aspect that allows these people to get in to play into that position? Because
absolutely.
To its core, it's really a con artist.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And in order to be
it's
a
good magician
con artist,
on the streets taking your money.
And in order to be a con artist, you kind of have to like.
You got to know how to talk to people.
Yeah, you have to be able to talk. You have to, you know, it's weird.
Like, you literally, it's an ebb and flow of getting what you want while giving people what they want,
to
or
make them
thinking
think they're getting what they want.
Exactly, as you're maintaining that curtain that sits in front of it, where your hand is in the middle, like, oh yeah, everything's cool, but the 70% of that fucking stage is covered by that curtain, and shit's going on back here
that nobody's fucking seeing. It's like
but the focus
Wizard
is
of Oz, man.
Yeah, exactly. The man behind the curtain.
The man behind the curtain, like, that's exactly it.
Yeah, nobody wants to fucking see that guy.
Nobody wants to know what's going on.
Everybody's in love with a floating fucking head.
Because that's normal. A floating fucking head is normal.
Yeah, but then again, that's fucking Oz, and that's acceptable.
I get it. But it's just, there's some crazy stories out there. Like, there's a documentary on, or a docu-series on Netflix that I literally just started before we started recording. And it's about this guy who came over to the States and was like, I think he was a Jew, an Hasidic Jew or something. Or he claimed to be, I think.
Right.
And, like, he got outed and for being Ivan the Terrible. Like, the guy that was like
the guy
at the concentration camps,
shit.
like fucking cutting people's breasts off and throwing them into a fucking gas chamber.
Christ.
He got outed for being this guy, and now so this whole series is about, it's supposed to be, I think it's supposed to be like, was it really him or wasn't it?
Right.
But like, you hear some of the accounts of people that were like in camps and were like, the one guy was talking like, it was him. Like, I've remembered that face and remembered that
I could
voice
imagine
my entire life.
It being seared into your subconscious.
It's my nightmare every day. Like, that's him. This guy just fucking fled the country, came to the U.S. and tried to act like, yep, this is normal.
No, I am a Jew.
Yeah. Oh, I am das Juden.
I hate the Nazis.
Yeah, but then he tried to play on the fact that because he was like this family man and everybody, he was a homely guy that everybody liked, and like he played on that heavily. So I don't know.
It almost reminds me of that family.
How does such a high up person just
assimilate?
Hitler's in Cuba, dude. Hitler went to Cuba. Like,
he's
dead. If Ivan the Terrible can fucking flee,
he pussed out and blew his fucking brains out.
Nah, he took a pill. He didn't blow his brains out. He took a pill.
Regardless, he's a pussy. Fucking bitch.
Yeah, he's a pussy.
Yeah, why deal with your downfall after all the shit that you do? Like, and that's a mentality. I'm gonna rant a little bit. That's a mentality that I think is bullshit.
Epstein didn't kill himself. Anyways,
he did
go
not.
On.
Do you see the news? Oh my god!
I was gonna bring it up next.
Fuck it! I was so happy.
Do you know who that guy was?
He's one of the privateers, isn't he?
He's one of the guys or the dog, I think, or one of the dogs. He was like one of the trainers for the dog that killed the Al Qaeda leader recently. I was like, holy shit! This guy just trolled the entire Fox News. I'm into it. Yeah. You know what I mean?
But yeah, no, like I think that's a mentality that people just fucking latch onto, man. Like, they don't. It's accountability, and I see it even in the most small events. You know, like, okay, let's say you're walking in an alley, or not an alley, but like a lane or an aisle in Walmart. Mm-hmm. It's packed full of fucking people. You're on the move, trying to get through this aisle. You hit a rack, a candy bar falls down. You hear it, you acknowledge it, that it hit the ground, but you keep fucking walking.
Yeah,
it's literally like the cause and effect, because now you have to acknowledge and accept the fact that everybody around you saw you do something embarrassing or stupid, and you turn around, bend over, pick that up, put it back on the thing, and now you're an asshole for breaking shit and putting it back on the rack. There's so many variables that go into that.
But you're not the asshole if you just walk away and act like you didn't hear it.
But that fucking idea, dude, the idea that you can just fucking go forward and just like not accept it, even into the extremes of like blowing your fucking brains out, dude. Like, we'll use like a shooter or like psychopaths and shit, or like someone that does a murder.
They don't want to hold the accountability, so they just kill themselves.
Yeah, murder suicide. Yeah, what the fuck, dude? Or like the dudes, what was it? There was that doctor in fucking Vietnam that was like poisoning people.
Oh yeah,
he poisoned like fucking 35 people, like his patients who were going to him in fucking confidence, like, help me, doc. Like, I need you to save my life, Mr. Person who've trained your entire life to be a fucking lifesaver.
Who was that guy again?
It was like Shang Long Do or something like that. I remember reading the article about it, but yeah, he fucking was poisoning people Just like small little, like it's literally like a drop of antifreeze in your coffee in the morning. Like that kind of poisoning. And these people started dying. And when the fucking police found out about it, they raided his house. And he literally, like, they're breaking into his house. He's like, fuck this. And blew his fucking brains out. It's like, you're a bitch.
Yeah, you're a fucking bitch.
You're a bitch.
Accept
you
what you
ruined
did.
all
You knew
those
that this
fucking
time
lives.
was going to come.
Yeah.
Accept your fate and fucking go to, like, actually, you know what? At a certain aspect, though, like, hey, my tax dollars aren't paying for this mass shooter to go to prison.
Yeah, that's cool, but like,
sit in a jail cell
that's
while he
not
gets
justice.
fried.
Like,
No,
to me, like, I have,
You
I
know
guess,
what's justice? Put them out in the town square, fucking chain them up. Let the people do what they got to do. That's
the
justice.
families. Lock them in a fucking room with the families that get affected.
Exactly. Consider it a tiny version of The Purge.
Dude.
Like, for the next 12 hours, you motherfuckers
You
do
get to
whatever
do what you want.
to this asshole. And when we come back in, and whatever we see, and we won't ask any fucking questions.
We give you 45 seconds to get out of the room and exit the building, and nothing happens.
Until you create that bloodthirsty person that just like, I kind of liked that. I want to do that again.
Well, yeah, there's well, yeah, I'm sure there's a mental blowback.
But no, I think that's
once you take that step,
justice is not to me. Justice is not them sitting in a jail cell either. Like justice is letting those families like get to that man.
Dude, I had a really in-depth conversation. I won't go to the lengths that the conversation went to, but like let's use like pedophiles as an example.
They should be hung by their toes and let people fucking rage against them.
Like and it's gonna be fucked. And I apologize to anybody.
I don't care.
But like I had thought about it, like really deeply thought about it, and I was like, if my child were to get diddled by some fucking dude, it's gonna be fucked up.
Yeah.
But like as a father, like I tried putting myself in that position, like emotionally.
You really better hope that the cops are finding you before me, because it's not gonna be a good time for you. I'll make a torture room for you, and it's not gonna be fun.
Like even on the regards of like, okay, if the cops get their hands on him, like what I would do to someone, like if someone fucked up my sister or fucked up you, or like people that I love, there is no extent on like even the mental fucking like breaking point,
right,
that I would not go to
fuck that person.
They wouldn't die the first day.
No,
they wouldn't.
No.
I'd make sure of it. They would not die. They'd have to experience all that stuff. But like let's say they get trapped. Or like they get caught by the cops and they're fucking taken, they're put in prison, whatever.
I'm gonna go to prison just so I can fucking see you and meet up, and I'm gonna fucking
that's the
torture
thing
you more.
is like even with that, it was like the first thing that came to my mind was like, I hope you get the worst fucking dingiest like cell with the gayest dude, with the fattest fucking cock in that goddamn prison, and he fucks you in the ass every fucking night, dude.
All the time.
And like that, like it's, I don't know, and that's the equivalency. And I apologize for the vulgarness, but
like, it's true. Fuck.
But it's that equivalency to me. That's justice.
You want to know what justice is for me? The movie Hard Candy or whatever.
Oh yeah,
that's justice for pedophiles for me. Yeah. That's justice. Having to be awake while you're being castrated, and then watching your own balls get thrown down a garbage disposal, and then at the end killing yourself, because you think nobody will find out, and then the truth is everybody finds out, even though you just killed yourself. That's fucking justice for me.
Yeah,
because you had to make the mental decision to jump off a roof and fucking hang yourself. Good. Yeah. Good, you fucking prick.
And that, like, I love hearing stories like that.
This got real dark.
It got really dark, but like,
fuck pedophiles.
Pedophiles, but like just that idea, and it is a pretty substantial jump from like the candy bar thing to like, you know, Pol Pot scenario or like the Hitler thing. Like, okay, he took the pill, killed himself.
Yeah.
Hundreds of thousands of innocent fucking people that were only doing millions.
Yeah.
Well, I
don't know. Anyways, go on.
Died for nothing.
Yeah.
For an ideology that you cooked up.
Yeah.
An idea.
You can't even fucking
you can't
man up.
Yeah, dude. Like at that point, you had already fucking put so many other people in front of you and like as fodder. So many fuking people in front of you to protect yourself. You're in a fucking room.
Accept your scalping, bro.
Dude. Accept whatever's coming, man.
It.
Well, he didn't have a choice. but you know, like that's one of those things, like that inability to accept the punishment or the due justice that you have brought on yourself. Because there's always a contrast. There's always a pushing force against you. Any decision that you make, cause and effect. Mm-hmm. Okay? Action, reaction. You fucking blast some dude in the street, guess who's going to be pissed off? His family.
Yeah.
Guess who's going to be coming after you? His family.
Yeah.
And that's how it should be.
Now you're gonna
you should
get
accept
blasted.
that shit, dude. You should accept the fact.
Yeah, but that's how gang wars happen. So
Well, yeah, and in certain
it causes quite a bit of
collateral, but
rift.
yeah, well, yeah, there's a lot of rifts with that. But that's conflict in general. We're a species of conflict.
True.
There you go.
I don't
But
know, it's just a weird.
it is. It's a weird mentality that people have,
I'm just
and
glad
I
I don't
fucking
have
hate
to
it.
deal with any of it. I don't have any aspect of my life so far
Yeah, so
that has
disconnected.
brought me into that
Yeah.
sort of world or
Most
realm
definitely.
where I've felt that amount of revenge, and
Oh,
I hope to
man.
God I never have to feel that
No.
because
'Cause
it's not a good path.
No one should.
Yeah.
No one should have to fucking feel that.
Even if you're in the right? So like, say somebody wrongs you in such a way that you just need that amount of revenge.
Oh
right?
yeah.
Even if it's for the purest of reasons,
Yeah.
it's not going to end well for you either.
No, 'cause
but
you're
you
not
know
coming
it.
back.
Yeah, going into it that like you're not coming back from that. Like
No.
that's you now.
You're a different person.
Yeah, you're in the dark now, boss.
And the second
you join the dark side.
It's I could imagine it being that it literally a split second, like a switch.
yeah.
Like you're a different person from that moment
Yeah.
on. Once you make the
cannot-
decision
you,
to go through
you
with
can
that.
never go back to that person.
No.
So
And I feel like that's the way that soldiers kind of have to deal with things like that. Because I met a couple of guys that have been overseas and shit, and
I think that's a big reason why we have such a problem with, that nobody talks about, which pisses me off even more. But like we have such a high rate of suicide for people that come back from combat, and it's like, well, people are so ignorant to the fact that this is happening, and they're not understanding why it's happening when like. These people are going over to different countries and being taught and it's not wrong what they're being taught. Like I fully support our soldiers, first responders,
right?
100%.
Yeah.
Like if there's any charities I give to, that's
right,
it.
Right.
You know what I mean? But it's like people just don't understand like the mental toll that they have to flip that switch.
Yeah.
There's a switch that needs to get flipped when you take another person's life.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
I can imagine that being.
So to come back to the real world, or not real world, but to come back to a normal,
where that switch needs to be
where there's no
off.
fucking military, there's no fucking war and and strife.
Yeah.
And to come back and try and act, and that you expect this person to be able to cope right away with normal world and going back to normal work, it's not gonna happen.
No.
Like that dude's gonna look. If
if
he sees a trash pile on the side of the road, he's gonna look at that trash pile, and he's mentally gonna think, okay,
stay away from trash pile. Yeah.
Stay away. It's stuck in their brain.
It's like a habit.
Yeah,
I can imagine that being a incredibly difficult, if not seemingly impossible feat to let go of a mentality or a lifestyle that you're literally taught by trial of fire.
Yeah.
To live by, especially in combat zones and stuff.
It's just
And then come home to where the Jehovah's Witness come up to your door and knock on it and want to talk about God.
You can't think that it's just not. It's not normal
Whereas the
for
last
somebody
guy
to be
that
able
did
to
that was trying to kill himself for God.
You can't. Yeah, you can't just
kill
expect
you.
him to come by. And I mean, and on that note, on a lighter version of that note, for any of you that want to support any first responders or anything like that, any military, Warriors Heart Foundation is the one that I've given to quite a few times. Really, really good foundation. They help first responders. They help combat veterans with PTSD. They have some really cool stuff that they do. They've got a big ranch that they take guys out to and everything. I mean, it's one of those that fully gives back. Everything that you give is given back. It's not to hate on any organizations, but Wounded Warriors kind of lost its way, and they don't really do as much as they like to perceive what they do. So Warriors Heart, definitely by far one of my favorites. That's the one I would say.
Right.
Throw your money at $10 a month or $10, whatever you got to give. Just if any of you out there are looking to donate. So that's my 2 cents on charity.
No, most definitely.
charitable events.
Yeah, that went off on a tangent. I apologize.
No, it is. I mean,
but
that's normally what this podcast is. Is tangents. So that's what we're known for on here.
But I mean, I don't know. It's I guess at its core, full circle. That mentality, man. It amazes me that people puss out like that.
Yeah,
you're just a pussy. You're just a pussy. That's really at its core. That's how I see it. Is you're just a fucking pussy.
For the ones that do the wrong stuff.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
The bad ones.
Yeah, if it's an embarrassing situation, like the Walmart, you're walking, hit someone. Oh God. And, tuck your tail and run away. That's understandable.
You're still
dude.
kind of a pussy for that, but I mean,
But it's obviously dependent on how socially awkward you are.
True that. Yeah.
Because I don't know. There's been a couple of times where I've been to Walmart and like I drop something. Like, fuck!
God damn it!
Oh, not my bread.
Yeah, not my bread.
But I don't know. I guess it's just goofy shit.
Yeah.
We're such a weird species, man.
Yeah, it's interesting. That's why I like talking about it on here because we don't have the right answers. Obviously, we're just two guys, but usually three guys that just bullshit about it and like this is our.
It's all subjective.
This is ours. This is our subjective view on why this happens or why we do this and stuff.
And it's all from personal experience and personal perspective.
I've noticed that we do that a lot too on the podcast. We kind of get into like the social aspect, or not the social, like the mental aspect of things and why certain things. We don't just talk about like, so somebody will bring up a topic of like, hey, did you hear that this is what's happening right now? But then we go into, we always find ourselves going to the path of like, okay, but why are they doing that? Like, what's the mental reasoning behind this? And like, what is the social like
implications?
Yeah. As a species, why do we do that kind of thing?
And it, like the core bits, like the fucking 1 + 2 = 3. Like, why did 1 and 2 get picked
to equal 3?
Yeah. Like, why are these 2 steps necessary to get there?
It's fucking. I like that we do that. It's kind of cool because we
fun.
Still talked about really fucked up shit, but we also go into an aspect of it of like, why?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So, but yeah. What are we at? 1 hour 6. So we probably should end it here.
Oh God,
I know.
Got some bug eye on that one.
Ooh, buggy. Shit.
I like the top-down camera.
Yeah. Right. I like this one. This one's nice. It's not bad.
Oh no, it's
not
really
bad.
Not bad.
But anyways, thank you guys again for joining us for episode 30.
Yeah.
Here's for 30 more and 30 more and 30 more. And the never-ending shameless plug of
Patreon.
Join our Patreon. Become a Patreon member. You get exclusive content. You get episodes the day early, or however early I get it posted and edited. You get that early. All kinds of other fun stuff. Starts at $1 a month, goes all the way up to $25 a month, depending on wherever you want to go. Any single dollar helps us. We have some new equipment that we need to buy here soon too, so definitely helps us. So that is patreon.com/WWLTW podcast. .com or whatever. Yeah. But that's it. And then also like and subscribe on our YouTube channel.
Please.
We've gotten our subscribers are going up every week.
Yeah, I think we're at like 40 something.
41 right now. So yeah, they just keep going up. So thank you guys very much for that. Like us on Facebook and buy our merchandise, which is linked in the description.
The mugs are pretty dope.
Yeah, I like the mugs a lot, and the t-shirts. Yeah, t-shirts are nice.
T-shirts are pretty cool.
Hell yeah. Anyways, thank you guys very much. Enjoy the rest of your week, and we will see you next week. Bye.
Bye.